Maybe you're working hard, saving, trying every day, but still feel like you're not making any progress financially. The problem may not be your efforts. It's these 5 silent but extremely dangerous thinking errors that almost everyone is making. This mistake isn't in any textbook. No one warns you, but it's quietly pulling you away from financial freedom. And if you don't realize it in time, it will make you work all your life without ever truly getting rich. In the next few minutes, you'll see yourself in each of these points. And that's when you can change everything. Welcome to the channel, where we don't talk about get rich quick or get rich quick. Here, I share core, practical, and sustainable principles that help you build the right financial mindset from the inside out. I started from zero, no money, no connections, and had to learn everything about finance, business, and investing on my own. And what makes me go further every year is not because I work harder than others, but because I change the way I think about money. In this video, I will share with you 5 common thinking mistakes that I myself have made and have also witnessed many people make. If you are serious about achieving financial freedom, want to control your money instead of being controlled by it, then this video is your starting map. Here's the hard truth. Wrong money thinking is what's secretly keeping you in a cycle of poverty. And the danger is, you often don't even realize you're thinking wrong. In this video, I won't talk about quick money tips or how to become rich overnight. Instead, you'll understand the 5 dark corners of financial thinking that most people, even smart people, fall into. But more importantly, you'll learn how to stop working hard and start working smarter. How to identify and change limiting beliefs that have been in you for decades. How to stop spending money on what other people think and start using money to improve your real life. And most importantly, you'll realize the deep reason why you can't be rich and how to break it step by step. This isn't just knowledge, it's a tool for you to reorient your entire financial thinking. If you are ready to not just learn something new, but truly change the direction of your life, then follow along to the end because true change begins from within. This is one of the most taught and most misunderstood mindsets. Work hard and you will succeed. Work hard and you will be rich. It sounds true, but if it were true, why are there still millions of people who work extremely hard and still never get out of poverty? The truth is, hard work is necessary, but not sufficient. You can work 12 hours a day without weekends off, but if you don't know how to do the right thing in the right way at the right time, you're just running on a hamster wheel. People with the right mindset to get rich don't work hard out of obligation. They work strategically. They don't trade their time for money forever. They find a way to use their time once to create repeatable value. Examples: writing books, building automated sales systems, investing. They use their brains, not just their muscles. Meanwhile, people with the old mindset are often stuck in the more you work, the more you get. But modern society doesn't pay for effort, it pays for value. And you don't get paid for the hours you put in, but for the results you produce. Ask yourself, is your current job helping you move toward financial freedom? If you take a month off, will your income stop? Are you making money by working extra or by thinking differently? If you're working really hard and you're not getting better, it may not be about intensity, it's about mindset. Don't be the fastest person on the wrong path. Stop, look back, and start asking the right questions. Because I don't have the means. If I were born into a wealthy family, it would be different. People are lucky to meet the right people, the right opportunities, but I didn't. Have you ever thought like that? If so, you're not alone, because this is one of the most common and dangerous beliefs that keeps you out of the wealth circle. Blaming your circumstances is the fastest way to remove responsibility for your own development. When you believe that success is due to luck, you stop trying. When you think that money comes from factors beyond your control, you wait instead of taking action. But rich people don't think like that. They understand that luck is real, but it only comes when you are prepared enough to receive it. You can't control the wind, but you can control the sails. There are people who start from very low, but they don't blame. They choose to learn, do, try, and fail. They create luck from small actions every day. Meanwhile, there are people who have a good foundation but never go anywhere because they wait for perfect circumstances. The truth is, no one is lucky forever, and no one is unlucky forever. Circumstances may influence, but thinking and action determine the long term. And you don't need a big start, you need a clear decision. I will take responsibility. Stop and ask yourself, am I waiting for better conditions or am I creating conditions with what I have? You don't need luck to start. But you have to start to have a chance to be lucky. This is a subtle mistake, because it is not loud, not too obvious, but has a huge holding back power. You don't dare to calculate and you don't dare to accept risks. Many people have good ideas, opportunities in hand, enough resources, but they stand still. They don't dare to invest, don't dare to expand, don't dare to try anything new. Why? Because they only see the possibility of loss, but never ask the question, what if I can do it? People with a wealthy mindset don't avoid risk. They calculate it, prepare for it, manage it, and more importantly, they accept it as part of the game. You can't double your assets, grow your career, or expand your income if you're not willing to trade off your initial comfort. And the irony is, fear of risk doesn't make you safer, it keeps you stuck. Opportunities do not wait for the overly cautious. They come to those who are well prepared and ready to step forward. Remember, risk is not synonymous with recklessness. It is synonymous with the possibility of a different outcome than expected. Successful people do not gamble. They analyze, weigh, and make decisions based on probability, not emotion. And the more you delay action because of fear, the more you put yourself in a passive position. So, practice this habit. When faced with an opportunity, do not ask what if it fails, but ask, where is the risk? Can I control it? If so, what is the first step? Many rich people are not more courageous than you. They are just more decisive in making decisions when others are still hesitating. And sometimes, a decision 6 months early can completely change 10 years later. In a society where image is celebrated, spending money to impress has become an underground culture, and many people fall into it unconsciously. You buy a new phone not because you need it, but because everyone else is using it. You wear designer clothes, not because you like it, but because it says something about your class. You travel, check in, order expensive food, and post it on social media, but in fact you are not comfortable with the bill you just paid. This is a dangerous trade-off. You take money to buy acceptance from others. But the cruel truth is, the person you are trying to impress may not care about you as much as you think. People with a wealthy mindset understand that they don't need to look rich, they need to be truly free. They spend money for its true value, not for the looks of others. They use money to upgrade their knowledge, skills, and money-making systems, not to buy admiration. On the contrary, people with a superficial consumer mindset often use their consumables as symbols. But an expensive car, watch, or pair of shoes does not create cash flow. It only creates pressure to maintain an image. And then you get stuck. The more you spend, the more you have to maintain an image. Work more to spend to maintain an image, but in reality you do not progress at all. Ask yourself, that thing you bought recently, is it really helping you get closer to financial freedom? Are you spending money to feel better, or to make others think you are okay? If you don't post it online, would you still buy it? Being rich, no need to prove it. And if you have to prove it, maybe you are not really rich. This is not just a mistake. It is the most dangerous self-limiting belief. You don't say it out loud, but it whispers to you every time you're about to do something new. I'm not good enough to make money. I wasn't born into business. I'm a simple person. I don't need a lot of money. It may sound modest, even enough, but it's actually a denial of growth. It's your way of avoiding facing your true potential, because you're afraid of change, afraid of failure, afraid of your own success. But think about it. What kind of person makes a lot of money? They have 2 hands, a head, and were once normal, just like you. The only difference? They believe they can learn, they can change, and they deserve wealth. The belief is not the truth. A belief is something you repeat in your head long enough until you believe it is true. And if you can repeat a limiting statement for 10 years, you can practice a new one to open new doors in your life. Try changing today. From I don't know anything about money to I am learning about money. From I am not good at business to I am exploring the possibility of making money in a way that suits me. From I don't deserve to be rich to I deserve to be free and fulfilled. Don't let that little voice in your head rule your entire life. Because you don't have to be the type of person who makes a lot of money. You just have to believe you can be that person. You've just discovered the 5 most common thinking mistakes, and you've probably seen yourself in each one. That's not a bad thing. On the contrary, recognizing them early is the first step to starting to change. But how do you really change? How can you not only feel right when watching the video, but also start acting in the right way today? Here are 5 small but extremely effective steps to help you overturn your old thinking and replace it with a rich mindset. 1. Rewrite your personal definition of success. Don't use other people's standards. Ask yourself, what does financial freedom mean to me? How do I want to live? Not what do I want to be rich for? When you have a clear definition, it's easier to focus on your own path. 2. Spend 15 minutes a day on strategic thinking. Not working, thinking about work. Write down what's working, what should be optimized, what can you do to make money smarter instead of just working harder. 3. Record every time you make excuses. Every time you feel like procrastinating, blaming circumstances or someone else, write it down. After a week, you'll realize the problem isn't external, it's how you react. 4. Start investing a little in yourself. A course, a book, a skill-building tool. It doesn't have to be big, just regular. The biggest returns come from what you cultivate internally. 5. Create a new belief journal. Every morning, write down 3 positive affirmations about money and your abilities. Repeat it long enough, you'll see the way you think, talk, and act change towards a truly free person. Small things, but if repeated regularly, will create big results. Because wealth doesn't come from a lucky break, it comes from the right habits maintained long enough. I want to tell you a true story. An ordinary person, like you, like me, who completely changed his financial life by simply changing his mindset. His name is Jason. When Jason found this channel more than a year ago, he was working 2 part-time jobs at the same time, almost exhausted. His monthly salary was not bad, but somehow the money always ran out very quickly. Jason lived frugally, did not spend lavishly, but still could not escape the feeling of, I cannot get better. As we talked, I realized that Jason was making most of the thinking mistakes we just discussed. He thought that working hard was enough. He believed that his family situation put him at a disadvantage. He always avoided risks because he had lost an investment once. He bought this and that to look like a successful person. And worst of all, he told himself, I guess I'm not the type of person who makes a lot of money. But the great thing was, Jason was willing to change. He started to rewrite his specific financial goals, learn how to manage his cash flow, and invest small but regular amounts in knowledge instead of things. He started every day with 5 minutes of writing, I am becoming rich because I deserve to be. And the magic happened. After 3 months, he had his first savings. After 6 months, he started earning passive income from online writing. By month 10, he quit one of his 2 jobs and focused entirely on creating real value. When I asked Jason what made him change like that, he said one thing. I stopped waiting for a miracle. I started becoming the person I wanted to be. Jason is not special. He just did something that most people don't. Changed his mindset, then took action. If you've made it this far, I believe you're not like most people. Because most people stop after 1-2 minutes. You stayed until minute 17, not because you're curious, but because you're ready to make a change. So don't let this be just an inspirational video and forget it. Make it the first push in your journey to mastering your financial mindset. Comment below. I choose to change my mindset. It's not just a line, it's the first commitment to yourself. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, because every week I'll share more practical strategies, real-life examples, and tools you can apply immediately. No theory, no dream, just action, and results. And if you know someone who's stuck in a financial loop, send this video to them. Because sometimes, just one piece of content at the right time can change a life. See you in the next video. Don't miss it, because you deserve a freer, more proactive life.